السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings this particular verse الذين إذا أصابتهم, this whole verse, definition of the last word of the previous verse, which is as-sabirun. The previous word and verse ends as-sabirun, i.e. the patient ones. Who are these patient ones? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defines them by saying these are the people when a calamity strikes on them, they are reminded of the fact that they are living in the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this kingdom, we have no control on our lives. We have limited control, but if a calamity falls onto us, then we belong to Allah. We are part of His kingdom, and a king can do whatever he wishes in his kingdom. Now we know that a human king would never ever try to do actions or things that destroys his kingdom. You wouldn't find a king using his own army to destroy, farmlands and everything. You wouldn't find that, because a king, he is really concerned about preserving his kingdom. Similarly, Allah's example is the most exalted. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if we think that particular action is hurting us or something, we should keep this in mind, that this is the kingdom of Allah, and everything that Allah has planned and everything that takes on, every actions, every things, every incidents, every accidents that take place in this dunya, they are in part and parcel of the, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala running His kingdom. And He's not going to do something that is going to be harmful to us or to His kingdom in the long run. And that is the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defined these people, الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ, i.e. the patient one, those people that have completed their patience, they have complete, perfect patience, are the ones that whenever a calamity strikes them, and wits of an average intellectual person will go out if they see a dead person or a dead relative, these are the individuals that look at them and look at the scenario, and they are reminded of the fact that we belong to Allah and we shall return back to Him, and He can do whatever He wishes to us because we belong to Him. Now, having said that, what are some of the benefits of saying the word Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un? First and foremost, it is better than saying, oh my God, what the, how could this happen? And whatever explanations. If you have ever seen somebody inflicted, and if they've seen their loved ones pass away, see the kind of sentences, statements they are saying. So it is better to say Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The second benefit is people around you, when you say Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, if you're not the only one that's inflicted with that calamity, there are people around you, maybe it's a cumulative accident or something like that. Everybody gets reminded of the reality of this fact that we belong to Allah and we are going to return back to Him. The third benefit of saying Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un is we as Muslims believe this, that anything that falls onto us is the qadr of Allah. It's destiny, and it was going to fall onto us. It was never going to miss us in the first place. But what happens is this belief of destiny gets fogged by the shock of the calamity. So when we say the sentence Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, we're trying to bring out our heart from this foggy stage to a clarity of what this world really is. It's a test for a believer. And lastly, the benefit of saying Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un is sometimes if a person is struck with a very big calamity. For example, I know an individual, subhanAllah, he was driving and all of a sudden all his family, his wives and 3 kids and his mother and father, everybody passed away in a car accident. In this scenario, it was too much for him. But when people kept saying Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un around him, he eventually got reminded of the reality of this fact and came out of the shock state that we belong to Allah and we shall return to Him. Now, I would like to hear from you. Did you ever try this Quranic remedy in your lives? And if you did, do you have any interesting stories that would you like to share with us in the comments below? I would really appreciate if you do something like that, so we can all benefit from your experiences and all share this Quranic remedy and its fruits that people have, reaped in around the world. And If you liked this video, please share it with all your friends. All the links can be found in the comment sections below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you in the next episode.